Hi, my name is Muhammad Najmi bin Fadzil, metric number 2022996897. The topic that has been given to me is hydration management during competition. Before we go further, we have to know why hydration is so important. Water is by far the most essential nutrient in the body, and it is the main source of hydration during competition. There are 4 goals of hydration during competition. Number 1, keeps body cool, especially in hot environment. Number 2, delays fatigue and maintain mental sharpness. Number 3, satisfies thirst and prevent weight loss from sweat. And number 4, improves ability to recover quickly during competition. Next, we have to know the causes and symptoms of dehydration. As a person exercises, heat generated by working muscles raises the temperature of the entire body. Thus, it sweats. As sweat evaporates, the body cools. If this sweat is not replaced by drinking fluids, the body's water balance will be upset and may soon overheat. There are 4 symptoms of dehydration. Number 1, thirst and dry mouth. Number 2, muscle cramps. Number 3, fatigue. And number 4, headaches. All of these symptoms will decrease the performance. Therefore, we should prevent this from happening. Now, let's see the main content. What are the ways to hydrate the body during competition? We will go through the amount of water needed for an athlete, explanation of sports drinks versus energy drinks, drinks to avoid during competition, and recommendation drinks for athletes during competition. Next, the adequate amount of water needed for athletes. Number 1, drink 100 to 200 ml of water every 15 minutes. Number 2, avoid body weight drop more than 2% due to sweating because it will decrease the performance. Number 3, exercise that is less than 60 minutes. Plain water is sufficient. And number 4, toxicity of water could occur if consuming too much water without sufficient electrolyte intake. Signs of toxicity of water is electrolyte imbalance, which causes headaches and blurred visions. Next is about sports drinks. Though water should be your drink of choice, there are certain scenarios where sports drinks are what your body needs. While water will quench your thirst, it won't replace electrolytes lost in sweat. Electrolytes like sodium should replace what we lose in our sweat. It helps rehydrate our bodies more efficiently. As stated in the slide, during competition, since they are primarily designed for use during exercise, lasting more than 60 minutes, sports drinks may allow athletes to perform longer and more effectively. They provide carbohydrates that are rapidly absorbed to fuel the working muscles and the brain. How about energy drinks? So now, let's see the comparison between energy drinks and sports drinks. Energy drinks typically contain stimulants such as caffeine and guarana with varying amounts of sugar, protein, vitamins, sodium, and other minerals. They can lead to difficulty in sleeping, headaches, difficulty in concentrating, anxiety, and irregular heartbeat. Meanwhile, sports drinks like Gatorade and 100 Plus are flavored beverages that often contain carbohydrates, mineral, and electrolytes, and sometimes other vitamins and nutrients. They benefit the athletes who participate in endurance or high-intensity sports when used in addition to plain water for hydration. Therefore, sports drinks are far better than energy drinks to be used during competition. Next, drinks to avoid during competition. Avoid drinking carbonated drinks because they could give you a stomach ache while you are competing. Besides, don't use caffeine-containing drinks like soda, tea, and coffee for hydration. Drinking large amount of caffeine which can increase heart rate and blood pressure, thus making an athlete feeling anxious, jittery, or headaches. This all can drag down sports performance. Lastly is the recommendation for athletes. Water is recommended as primary fluid during competition. Therefore, an athlete should drink water adequately during competition. With the help of sports drinks as an important component of rehydration, it will benefit the athlete, especially if the competition is more than 60 minutes or intense competition in the heat. Therefore, athletes could improve performance and decrease the risk of injury. That's all from me. Thank you.